Duke at Florida State. So Riley Leonard is still hurt on this one. Okay, so he's still out, which is a darn shame. It really is. But this is a night game at Doak Campbell Stadium. This is going to be a raucous environment. Um, this ain't your grandpa's Duke team, right? They've got dudes. They really do, and especially on the defense. I think Mike Elko is going to be able to cook something up for this one. Um, Johnny Wilson did not play last week for Florida State. Not sure if he's going to be playing in this game. Um, and we all know Florida State likes to throw a jump ball. Now, Florida State here recently has kind of gotten on a little bit of a tear where they've been able to run the ball the last few weeks, and that's been a nice change of pace and something we really haven't seen since they faced a obviously porous LSU defense that first game of the year. So, with all that being said, I don't think they're going to be able to run the football as effectively. I think they're going to resort to some jump balls, some 50-50 plays. And if Johnny Wilson's not out there, then, that's going to be a problem, I think, for Florida State. And I'm not saying a problem as in I'm picking Duke to win, but 14 points is a lot here, I feel like, for a Duke team that's been really good at keeping plays in front of them and has been really good at stopping the run, which Florida State in games against decent defenses has had a hard time running the football. Um, so I like Duke to cover this 14 here, and I don't think that's a popular pick necessarily, um, but 14 just seems like a lot to me. What's your thoughts on this? And take us through the numbers.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on this one as well. Even without Riley Leonard, this is a really, really strong defense. And 14 points is a lot to cover against a defense that, and look, we know that defenses travel no matter who they're facing, right? They're going to be good no matter what. And yeah, I mean, you look at what Duke's been able to do. They've actually been really good at running the football. Now, a lot of that comes from Riley Leonard's legs, but I do think that they're still
Yeah.
going to be able to rush the football pretty well against Florida State. Um, Look, we've been lower than the public on Florida State. We haven't had them in our top five. They're hanging on, at tied for ninth in our top 25 this week, and a lot of that comes down to who they've played and how close those games have been between games like Boston College and Clemson, and they got the LSU win early, and but outside of the LSU win, I don't think that they really have a strong win, and they've actually struggled to put some pretty bad teams away. So to me, I don't know if Florida State's able to cover a 14-point spread. Um, you look at their ability to score, and it's been good, 42.2 points per game. I've always been really high on their running backs, and they're running the ball really well at over 5 yards per attempt. That's what you really want to see. And the passing offense has been okay at 272 yards per game. I don't think that Jordan Travis is putting up Heisman type numbers like some would suggest, but he's been effective. He's been effective running the football too. Um, and their offensive line has done pretty well, only allowing 21 tackles for a loss. That's good for fourth in the country. All of that is going to change when they face a Duke defense that is pretty freaking stingy in the red zone. That they're only allowing 50% conversion. They really hunker down in the red zone. That's good for second in the country, and that's why their scoring defense is so low at 9.8 points per game. That's good for fourth in the country, and I don't see really how Florida State is going to be able to attack this to the point of scoring like I guess Vegas is telling us they're going to score about what 30 points, 35 points or so. I think that they're going to be more in the low 20s. I don't think without Riley Leonard that Duke is going to be able to win this game, but I do think that their defense keeps them in this game, and it's going to be closer than a 14-point win for Florida State. It is at home. I believe this is a night game, if I'm not mistaken. And it's going to be a pretty awesome environment. I can't wait to watch it just to see the fans alone. But defenses travel, like I said, and I think that Duke's no exception. They're going to go out there and make this a low scoring game. The under may be a good play here, but yeah, I would take Duke to cover in this game and Florida State to win, and maybe play with the under. I'll have to do a little bit more research on that, but that's why you stick around and watch the Friday shows, folks.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. That again, this is one of those situations where 14 points and a 49-point over under in a game that I suspect people are going to be betting the under. That's a lot of points. So something's got to give somewhere. I don't know. I don't see this Florida State defense shutting this Duke team down. Um, I actually just bet the Duke under last week and got a win on that. So I may play that again. I don't know. I may play the under and Duke plus 14. That may be the way to go there because I think you can definitely hit one of those. But I hate that Riley Leonard ain't in this game, man. That really just sucks from a college football fan perspective. I mean, you really just want to see the best matchups, and that really sucks. But it is what it is. I'm taking, as for right now, I'm taking Duke plus 14, and I'm going to keep looking at that over under. I suspect it's probably going to go down as the week goes on. So if you are, you want to bet the under, I guess, just go ahead and do it right now. Nobody's betting the over on that. I don't think so. Or if you do want to bet the over and fade the public, then wait until the end of the week and then bet the over.
That's right.
That may be a move as well. So you got about 3 different ways I think you could play that one to give yourself some decent odds.